It's Week 18 of the National Football League, and we have the Pioneers' sure-handed wide receiver. He's over 1,100 yards receiving so far and looking for more. It's the Pioneers and the Snowhawks, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Pacific Northwest and the bustling city of Portland, Oregon. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Snowhawks of Salt Lake City taking on the Pioneers of Portland.
Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Portland team entering play. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
Meanwhile, for the visitors, Salt Lake City, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column. Set to go now on a wet and rainy afternoon, and we are underway from the City of Roses.
Taken at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Number 16, a 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. But you look at this defense.
This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably wanted to come out with a little more fire than a 3 and out.
And I'm sure that people are saying, hey, come on, Coach, what was the pregame talk? Have these guys ready to go? But you and I both know it goes into preparation and practice and being ready to go. That gives you the confidence to come out and play. They've got to find that fast.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
That will throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2nd and 1 at the 35-yard line.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. They took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And they can't bring him down. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll try the left side. Holt, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Holt. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
When you look at this defense,
they enter play here, number 11, just outside the top 10 in the league in stopping the run.
And being able to set the tone early in this game, because when you get down to it, it's that sign that we saw in their football facility when we visited with them. The one that said no explosives, no big plays, no chunk plays. That's what they've got to take care of.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away, because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. This is fielded at the 27.
Portland's offense now about set to take over. Well, here we sit, week 17, just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Holt. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that 2nd catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return.
Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
The open man is Clark, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Fields trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Fields. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Giles. And that is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at about the 14. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And his throw here's incomplete.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
But they've been fighting and scratching and clawing for that first sack in the game, and it turns out to be a big one. Not just a short one right there behind the line. First one they get, 10-plus yards on the guy who has the legs to escape most of these.
So they bring out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
Ball start, offense.
That was a 3rd and somewhat manageable, now not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
That's his first catch of the game and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
On 1st down, it's Fields.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Fields. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside.
This complete to Langford. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Salt Lake City with the football here to begin quarter 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. He'll try again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead is up to 5. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 12-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Fields. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Back to throw. Giles. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. They'll try to run this one in. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There's pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3.
Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, Bean, the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
Portland's offense now about set to take over. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
That's pulled in at the 32. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return.
Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down.
At the 45-yard line.
Looking to throw. Giles. And his throw is incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Off the bootleg. Giles. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. It's the fullback. His third touchdown now on the year.
And the Snowhawks go up by 2 touchdowns.
And boy, that was a heavy set. I think they had 3 tight ends out there. The fullback, you knew what they were going to do.
Yeah, they weren't trying to fool anybody at all, were they? There was none of this show you heavy set, bootleg it out. Nah. Big guys up front, hand it to the big guy in the backfield.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
2nd and 6. And he will find his man on the outside. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
2nd and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back.
They'll look to throw again.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field.
And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. Giles. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. That is into the hands of Tucker. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now a throw here, hauled in. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Second and a couple.
At the 43-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Fields. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A gain of 5. First down, Salt Lake City.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Fields, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on second and 8.
Operating from the gun, Giles throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete.
And he's going to have a first down here as they're also into field goal range at the 28.
Looking to throw, Giles. He finds his man, complete. That's Fields. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read. Better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Complete to number 83.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
He's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Back to throw again.
And that one to the right side and incomplete. Still 15 yards to go. Second down.
Back to throw. Giles.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
Oh, some strong running. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
At the 35-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs on getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Giles going up top. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 11.
Off the play fake. Giles.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And on now is the punter as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
To throw on 2nd down. Gore firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Under pressure, and down he goes.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And they bring their punter out there now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And taken at the 46. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Fields. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
Ball start, offense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Operating from the gun, Giles.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. Fields. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Second and 6.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
A yard all they need, but it's third down.
Off play action. Giles. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game.
Well, 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Looking to throw on second down. Gore. He finds his man. Complete. That's Barker. So no gain on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
3rd and 11.
Looking to throw. Gore. In trouble, and he's taken down. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On 1st and 10, Giles. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Pick up a 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
Off the play fake, Giles. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 7 yards to go.
Operating from the gun, Giles. He's going to let this one go deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And touchdown. A big play there. 46 yards.
And the Snowhawks are able to add on to that lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it. Pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Portland's offense now about set to take over. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Operating from the gun, Gore. He finds his man, complete. That's Holt, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's the second down and 6.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
That is caught. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
False start. Offense.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Back to throw. Gore. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone and nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Operating from the gun, Gore. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
This fielded right at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
It's caught. Here's Langford. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And they'll send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in the Rose City of Portland, Oregon. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Here comes 3rd and about a foot.
3rd and less than a yard.
Looking to throw. Gore. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They'll drop to throw. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 2nd down now. It's Holt.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
So the false start will back them up 5.
False start. Offense.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. They'll set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Moss. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 14-yard line.
Back to throw here. And he fires one incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we're going to get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Fields.
And he'll get this to the 32.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd and 2, Giles.
And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and a yard.
At the 22-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Intended for number 15. Incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Down and 10.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Number 29. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here we go on 4th down, and nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Fields. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back.
To throw on 2nd down. Giles over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
5-yard gain on the play. And the Salt Lake City 1st down.
Back to throw. Giles. Throw left side complete. That's Garner. No gain on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. Here now, a 3rd down and 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown from 4 yards out. And the Snowhawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now back to throw. His throw incomplete. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far, and nothing going right offensively. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
So they bring out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line.
Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. Well, we've reached Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not, and I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out, and you and I, let's get to the airport.
On second down, it's Fields. And not much room there, so get it up only to about the 21. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. Looking to throw. Giles. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be fourth down. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It's taken to the 26. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly...
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there. 44 yards.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them in just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish. Just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Salt Lake City,
they do get the victory that pushes them over 500 for the season as they finish at 9-8.
And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Portland,
and they'll limp to the finish line a bit with a final record of 5-12.
And with some high picks coming in this spring's draft, it's a team for whom a roster overhaul may be on the way. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.